Truly, I honor the Lord, who is the head of my life, the author and the finisher of my faith.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We reverence God for pastor and the shepherd of this house.
Yes, sir.
And the person of Pastor Ricky King. Come on, man. And to his lovely wife, First Lady King. Clap your hands for her. All of these hosts, pastors, preachers. Come on, clap your hands for them. Amen. I honor the Lord for the queen of my house. Lady Tiffany Jackson. Come on, clap your hands for her. I am honored and elated to have with me tonight my older brother, Elijah Jackson. Come on, clap your hands for him. I know you don't like to be put on the spot, dude. That's my older brother.
Amen.
Everybody say we look alike, but I'm the youngest, but I'm the cutest. I thank God that he saw enough in me to come hang out with me tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We were at the house earlier and I was beating him up in Mortal Kombat, so he had to come on to church with me.
Amen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love the Lord tonight and I solicit your prayers.
Yes, sir.
In revival tomorrow, Saturday, preaching twice on Sunday morning.
Yep.
So I'm going to try not to hold y'all too long tonight.
Yes,
Amen. My assignment tonight will be found in the book of John, at chapter number 11.
All right, sir.
All right.
The book of John, at chapter number 11. And if it's not going to cause somebody to backslide, if I can get somebody to give me a little more volume on this microphone, I'm going to be all right. Amen. If you're not going to backslide, just a little bit. John chapter number 11.
Thank you, sir.
And if you would meet me at verse number 17.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you have it, say I'm there.
I'm there.
If you need us to wait, say hold on a second.
All right.
Let's clap our hands for our babies.
Amen.
Amen. Everybody there. John chapter number 11. Verse number 17, and I want to look at verse 17 through 27. I'm going to read as fast as I can. And I'm going to read from the New American Standard Version of the Bible. It's going to sound a little different from your traditional King James. The Bible said, so when Jesus came, he found that he had already been in the tomb 4 days. Now Bethany was near Jerusalem, about 2 miles off. And many of the Jews had come to Martha and Mary to console them concerning their brother. Martha, therefore, when she heard that Jesus was coming, went to meet him, but Mary stayed at the house. Martha then said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. Even now I know that whatever you ask of God, God will give you.
Yes,
Jesus said to her, your brother will rise again. Martha said to him, I know that he will rise again in the resurrection on the last day. Jesus said to her, I am. Somebody know me to shout. I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will live even if he dies. She said to him, yes, Lord, I have believed that you are the Christ, the Son of God, even he who comes into the world. If you're not too mean and if you're not too stuck up, shake somebody's hand and tell them, hey neighbor, preacher don't preach about, calm down, and believe. That was the wrong neighbor. I promise you that was the wrong neighbor. somebody across your road and let's just go on and get crazy tonight. Look at somebody across your road and holler at them. Tell them, hey neighbor, calm down. Just believe. Turn around and tell somebody, tell them, hey neighbor, calm down. Just believe.
Just believe.
Allow me a few minutes to build my case. The book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse number 6,
Yes, sir.
says to us that without faith,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
it is impossible
Build your case, man.
to please
Yes,
God.
sir.
For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them who diligently seek him. It would then suggest to us that our relationship with God is a relationship that is based on faith and faith alone.
That's right.
If I had time, I would argue what Paul says when he says that what you have in salvation, you didn't earn it. You had to believe for it. And so the word faith in the Greek, it's the Greek word pistis, literally means assurance and trust and believe in God. And so what I have discovered is that God is in the business of building relationship with his people. I want to pause right quick and tell our young people it has nothing to do with age. If you would believe in God, whatever age group you find yourself in, God will meet you where you watch this, believe him. Most people say God will meet you where you are, but I would suggest to you it doesn't matter where you are. It does matter where you believe. Because I don't just have faith for the church.
Come on.
There's got to be a faith that follows me back to my house. Because the truth of the matter is the devil won't attack me in church. But he will take what I heard and test me in the streets. And young people, I would, can I step up here? I would suggest to you that it's not what you hear this week that's going to matter. It's what you do with what you hear when you leave here. Because when you get back to school on Monday, everything is going to talk to you. You don't know what it's going to be. Everything is going to peer pressure you. Because the objective is faith comes by hearing. And hearing by the word. So whatever age group I find myself in, I need a word from God. The major theme in the book of John is Jesus' identity as the Son of God. So when you study the book of John, you will show that this theme is dominant, and it is very important for Jesus' disciples to grow in their understanding of who he was and to grow in their faith in him more than it was important for just the public to view him, because you cannot say you know God, walk with him, and don't believe him. Where the modern church age has took a turn for the worse is we come to church but live like the devil when we leave here. I thought I was going to shout. We want to raise up a generation who loves God, but we have to teach them there is a lifestyle that comes along with our faith walk. So he's trying to show his disciples who he really is. And so when you study the text, you will see in the book of John, he presented himself as the water of life. Then he presented himself as the bread of life. He presented himself as the light of life. And now in the text, he will reveal himself as the resurrection and the life. So this text was the seventh of the last of Jesus' miraculous signs that John recorded. And it was the most important, powerful revelation of his true identity because it shows his authority over mankind's greatest enemy, and that's death. Any person that can conquer death, that's somebody. And so the text shows us in this pericope that John stressed Jesus' deliberate purpose in allowing Lazarus to die. And then it shows the reality that Lazarus was dead. There are times that God will go to what we think is an extreme to cause us to believe in it. The issue in the text is when the messenger comes to Jesus. Notice the phraseology that he used. He said, "The one that you love." Now don't miss this part of the text, because it's going to build my whole text now. Now the word love in this particular text is the Greek word agape. Agape literally means it is the highest form of love that man could ever have. Why? Because agape is God's love. It's the love of God or Christ for mankind. But notice Jesus' response. He stayed where he was 2 more days. Now, pastors, y'all forgive me. I'm not that smart to outline the text, but I will Kareematize the text. Because what the text shows me is Jesus finds out that a person that he loved is in a dire situation. And Jesus' response was, "I ain't leaving for 2 more days." It's a trip because you would think if Jesus loved this man like he said he did, that as soon as he heard that his friend was sick, he would have rushed to his rescue. But then I would suggest to you tonight that there are times in our walk with God that he will orchestrate events in our lives and allow them to get worse just to show us that if you're going to survive this situation, God is the only one that can get you out. Now, I need you to do me a favor. Bump your neighbor for the first time and tell them, if you don't get out of this one, God got to get you out. I know you got good friends and they got a lot of money. You got good hookups, but let me tell you something. America can show you that if God don't